These are my purple peppers in a pot. And actually they're called Negro pods because they're actually kind of a dark brown, truly. But I don't know if that's politically correct. And this thing was full of them, absolutely full of them. I probably eaten maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 off of this one plant. And these are my last 5. But the beautiful thing about peppers and such is as soon as I picked off the majority, I started getting flowers again. I'm very excited about this plant. And one of the reasons why I kept the pepper in a pot, yeah, that tickles me. The reason I kept the pepper in a pot is because then in the winter I can push it up against the house or put it along the side where there's really more where there's plenty of sun all day when the pecan tree, that's the pecan tree, drops its leaves. There's a lot of sun on the south side of the house, yet at the same time there's not a lot of frost. And this plant is actually 2 years old now. Well, it's over a year old. I planted this last spring before last. Yes, that's a better way of putting it. Planted this the spring before last. It probably eked out maybe 2 peppers all last year. But I'm learning from the Latinos around me to plant your peppers where they won't get frostbitten, because I'm seeing pepper trees basically. I'm seeing pepper plants almost 6 feet tall. And so gotta learn some to get some. Yeah, I'm telling you, in 1 week, all these little flowers came out because I picked the peppers and I cooked them and shared them with somebody I knew who told me she liked peppers. And they're sweet. They're very mild taste, yet they still have a pepper flavor, just not any heat at all, and not necessarily a bell pepper either. Different kind of flavor. But I chop it up and I stir fry it. You know me, I'll mix anything together to make a meal. And this plant's pretty big. Let me see if I can back up. And I usually don't get very big pepper plants. You saw the other ones. I may try to dig those up in the winter and put those in pots too. We'll see. The eggplant is doing okay. I'm not getting a lot of eggplants, but I too will try to make these last over the winter. That's why the pots. This is a pepper plant I planted this year. It gave me 1 big pepper, and then it just looks wimpy. Poor little thing, but I'm starting to get little, oops, there's my finger. I'm starting to get little bitty leaves. What? Little leaves down there. And so I'm hoping that we're going to get a second life. I do not know what hurt this one. And I bet you that's a palm tree. Looks like a palm tree. Let's pull that out. Go for palm tree. I get lots of palm trees. I still haven't dug this one out or that one out, because I have another pepper in the back I'm going to show you in a moment that I want to put in it. And this tomato plant, I think for the winter I'm going to cut off that outer piece that's hanging over and let this piece come up. I'm going to take the cage off of this one here and put it on there for more control and just add more dirt. And I don't know about you, but that looks like a pepper plant to me. So I'm going to pull that out of there and see what it does. I'm always surprised what comes up in my yard and in my pots. I just had to show you that again. I'm having mixed feelings about these. I'm very pleased with how they grow out the top. We've been picking salad off of this one. Look how pretty this leaf is. I wonder what that is. I love the way it spirals. Can you see the spiral on it? So it's not a romaine. And this one's kind of doing the same thing. But the little side pockets on this one has not done well. Not done well at all. But then yet that side. See what I'm saying? Go figure. I believe this to be turmeric, so I'm excited about that growing back. Of course, arugula is doing very well, and it's probably spreading seeds all over, so I'm about to pull that out and kill it. But I have been eating it. And see what I'm saying? Some of my lettuce is doing excellent. Others are not doing well. This savory plant I planted is good. Very delicious. I need to spin that pot. This pot has gone to flowers. Yep, this is what lettuce flowers look like. Like little puff flowers. Everybody keeps asking me when they come on the porch, why do I have puff flowers on the porch? Nobody's ever seen lettuce. This is my ever used and mangled by angel onion plant. That was 1 bulb down there. It has now divvied itself up. You can see 1, two, three, four, five, six, 7 stems, and each one producing what are they called? Golly, chives for me. And so we've been eating off of this. And something about, I think, how Angel picks and she'll just come through and just knock off all of them, is causing it to divide at the base. And there is another turmeric plant. Oh, of course I broke that one. Another turmeric plant down there. And that one's not as big because I don't water this pot as much as I water these other little pots. And here we go. I replanted this one. These seem to be doing good. I'm learning that as I water, I have to really focus around the edges to make sure I get enough water. That's the garlic. My not charred. What is this? Mint, lettuce, another garlic clove. I should take these cilantro seeds in the house or throw them in the yard somewhere. And then broccoli in the summer. This thing, the parsley, love this little corner I see. Too bad I'm not that much of a parsley fan, but we sure have been eating it. This is basil. These are the first flowers on this one. I hadn't seen that. Oh, well, we got to pick that, don't we? Now, excellent thing to do with your basil flowers. So I doubt I'm going to do it with these. Oh, excuse me while I enjoy the scent. Oh, do you want to smell? Smell that. Where was I? So the parsley's been doing very well. The lettuce is starting to go to seed, so I'm going to pull those out and replot them. So here goes the lettuce flower. Doesn't that look like a dandelion weed? And so I'm going to pull those out and repot them. And the basil is doing well. And so, like I said, I'm fairly pleased. Though I have to admit, like, the bottom ones don't do well. But it's a learning. Just a learning in progress. I see you, kitty cat. Meow. Meow. Aren't you beautiful? These are some plants. Kale. I think this is some holy basil. Ooh, golly. Epazote. Hey. Epazote. Hey. Okay, let me stop. Yeah, but that is epazote. And something had a field day on my lettuce. And those that are going to the pots until, I guess they're just going to go into the pots. Doing much better in the pots in the summer. This is some more basil that I have. Maybe I will go buy a bottle of vinegar and make some basil vinegar. Look at all the flowers on this one. And another basil that I have. And there are different kinds of basil, but don't ask me. Don't ask me. And a third basil I have. And some of the hottest peppers I think I've ever eaten. They make habaneros taste not hot, really. This one, I almost killed it. You can kind of see, oops, it's got some old leaves on it that are just really, in the heat, it was not doing well. So now I have them sitting behind their former, where they were sitting before. They were sitting on this top shelf at first. And that just proved to be too hot in 100-degree weather for my potted plants. So I took them and I set them down on the porch, so you can barely walk on my porch right now, and on top of some upside-down buckets, and they're doing much better. And this is leafing out again. Look how pretty that is. And these little orange peppers are ridiculous. I took one and bit the tip off of it, and oh yeah, burn, baby, burn. And so I'm going to pick those last 3, and hopefully that'll set this thing to fire again. Oh, to salsa. I should just make salsa, huh? I'm sorry. All of a sudden I'm thinking. What else do I want to show you? Oh, and I didn't tell you where I got this. Normally I get all my plants from this guy here. He's at the Culver City's Farmers Market. It happens on Tuesdays here in Los Angeles. Okay, that's not Los Angeles, Culver City. In the LA County, in Culver City. And he has excellent prices and a nice range of plants. And so that's where I got my dinosaur kale, holy basil, epazote, eh? And the leaf, I think this is polka dot or freckle face, that something really liked. I'm going to pull it apart. But this pepper I got at Bodega Ranchero Mercado here near my house, about half a mile down. And so it's just chili. That's all it said, chili. And chili it is. One more thing I wanted to show you. This is the crown of a Pineapple. A friend of mine, thank you Lexus, for my birthday, gave me a pineapple plant with a pineapple on it. Well, I ate the pineapple, and it's probably the sweetest pineapple I have ever tasted. And I went on YouTube, found a way to plant it, and because I didn't have a pot available, it was right in the middle of the heat. I pulled off some of the leaves. See how that kind of looks scalped? Let me not put that in the sun. And I stuck it in this old jar, and I've been changing the water out every couple of days. I know it's supposed to be every day, but who has that much time? And look at the roots I'm getting. So soon, look at what I'm doing. Soon I'm going to take it and pot it, and these are mini pineapples, so they're not very big. They're probably about the size of a big man's fist. Yeah, really big man. And totally sweet. As far as I know, that they flower every 2 years and fruit every 2 years rather. And so I have a couple years on this before I get some, but this will be my third pineapple plant. And the fun thing is pineapples are a type of bromeliad. So you actually have to dribble a little water down in the center, which I have not been doing. But I will be doing as soon as I start putting this one in the ground. And I'm happy, happy, happy. This is my second barrel of compost, and it's doing pretty good. I don't know that you can see that, huh? And it's almost as full as I want to make it. And so I've been very blessed. My friend Timmy came by and finally made my second one. Let me show you that one. Now, mind you, you can tell the difference because of this thing here. This one has a push lock. And this one has a lock that I have to put a stick in. I don't know what, I meant to buy a push lock and lost and forgot. This one just has some leaves in there kind of drying out. I haven't started putting food in it yet. And so I'm just using that piece of wood to act like a catch, lock, I don't know. We use another scrap pallet for the base. That's what my son gives me for my birthday, is pallets. And the wood came off of something that broke here, because you can see that it has paint on it. And Tim cut it in half, and this time the wheels are far enough space. This thing rolls beautifully. I'm very pleased with this as well. Before the heat hit, I was cutting wood. So far I've cut up this one and that one, and these are actually upside down tables to kind of act like a holding bin for them, so that one, I'm getting the right size, and then two, so they're just not everywhere. That just was too much. And these, I'm waiting till I can get Tim back over, or maybe my son. Yeah, right, Moses will show up. Anyway, someone to show up who can help me with the chainsaw so we can cut these pieces up, because these are too big for me. And then I'll pretty much be finished with this section of my garden, and I can reclaim my garden. Because look at the wild west. Look at it. Look. It's just taking over. But this pecan tree has created, it's so cool right here. Maybe I'll come have lunch under here today now that my client is rescheduled. But I need to clean all this out. My work is never done. Never done. Can you see that bug right there? Can you see him? That's what I've been killing. I don't know what those things are. They come in different colors. Some of them are solid green. Let me let you see that again. Some of them are solid green. Some of them are little. But they're all kind of... Look at the little bitty cricket in there. It's about to be a dead thing. Dang! Ugh. Hate bugs that jump. Anyway, I actually came over here to show you the beauty of some Swiss chard. And I think I'm going to finish on this note. Because it's starting to heat up and it's time to go in the house. Oh, you know what's funny? Look at the broccoli. Because I watered this tomato plant right here, everything around it is doing actually pretty good. So even this broccoli is somehow getting watered. Maybe I'll have broccoli for lunch. Tomatoes and broccoli. That's not... Oh, I got some rice in there. So, okay. I'm going to go fix myself a nice lunch, and you have a good summer, or actually fall. So that was a bad ending. Let's try another one. Happy gardening.